Hey, this is Fergus Foster with Code of Combatives. I have a special guest with me today. His name is Scott Dillingham. He happens to be my Ballinta Walk instructor and a really good friend. Here he is, Scott Dillingham. Why don't you tell him a little bit about yourself, Scott?
Well, I'm his Ballinta Walk instructor and I'm his really good friend. Well, I work in, so my name is Scott Dillingham. I work in IT, and I have a bag problem. You know, most of the bags that you see here came from my collection. And obviously I train in Filipino martial arts along with Fergus, and that's what kind of brought us to this conversation.
Oh, yeah. I recently got involved with a company called AZ IV Medics, where we go in and perform IV hydration for people who are having colds, hangovers, flu, COVID, and pretty much everything.
Immunity boost.
Yeah. Pretty much what you would go into ER and wait for 2 or 3 hours just to get into.
$500 copay.
$500 copay. Yeah. Well, anyways.
And get sick.
So one of my things that I had to do is try to find a bag that would work for me. I'm usually in the hospital setting in an ER, and being out in the field, I needed a bag that I had accessible to my IV stuff and my IV supplies. And
all the tools.
All the tools, yeah. So I chose this bag. Should I pull it up? So this is the 511 Rush 24, right?
Rush 24.
Rush 24. And Scott has also the same version in a green color.
Yep, OD green.
And I just kind of equipped mine with some small drop pouches so I can get to right away without having to fumble inside the bag. So
kind of what brought this conversation about was not really a review, but kind of the functionality of it. There's you can look on the web across YouTube, and there's hundreds, if not thousands, of reviews on all these bags or similar bags, and so that's not what this is about. This is about like the day-to-day functionality and how it fits for what we try to accomplish with things. For example, Fergus uses his Rush 24 for his work. I actually carry a Rush 12 when we train with in Ballinta Walk, which is our system of Eskrima. So as you can see, I have mine outfitted with several MOLLE attachments, a first aid kit. This is actually a hard handcuff case by 511. There's an empty version of it on this side. But I use this coupled with some quick MOLLE bungee attachments that are really inexpensive off Amazon in order to retain my sticks on the side of the bag. The reason I prefer to carry a bag is that I can carry water bottles, I have training knives, I have eye protection, I have pads. So for me, this brings a lot of functionality in a single platform. It's probably a little bit more tactical looking than I need, but what I like about the MOLLE attachments, it's very, very versatile. Stick bags, for example, in the art that we train in, typically go for anywhere from $19 garbage bags all the way up to $150, $200 bags, which are specifically customized. They're kind of rolling tactical bags, and I don't necessarily want to carry a chef's pouch when I go to the park and train. I like to carry a backpack. I can do more with it. And if I want to do an overnight trip, this is a 12-hour bag. I can convert it very, very quickly. So for me, I'm a big, as you can see from the table, a big 511 fan. But that's kind of what we're here today, is to talk about the functionality of the bag.
So one of the things that I had the opportunity to do was to do an IV on somebody from a company, and it was TYR Tactical out in Glendale. And I just mentioned that I was a YouTuber, and I told him, hey, throw a bag in there. I can do a review for you. So it's been already a couple months. I've had this bag. I didn't want to rush on the review of it, but this is what they gave us. It's the Huron MDX. I'll have to check out the model. But one of the things that I like about it is I can
definitely a specialty bag.
I can open it up and flip it out open without all my equipment falling out of it. Comes with I don't know if you want to look into it and what you find beneficial.
Everything in here is a tearaway pouch. Everything is hook and loop secured. And everything, of course, all the pouches that come with it are clear top so that Fergus can see the contents at a moment's notice. It makes for a very organized bag, I'll be honest with you. There's flexibility because you just pull all the pouches out, but there's also built-in structure, especially for what Fergus does, where he can keep supplies. This is kind of, it looks to me like a mobile supply cabinet for his daily carry bag.
One of the advantages I like about the clear pouches is I can look and see, hey, I only have 2 or 3 kits, IV kits left. I have only a few tubing. I can refill these without having to go in a bag and opening it and trying to decipher how much stuff I got left in there. I can just visually see it with just like a quick second.
And time is money.
Time is money.
How many of these people are you doing on a daily basis?
I average about 3 to 5.
And you go in their homes, you go into their businesses, so you got to carry what you need and get out.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a very cool bag. The one downside that I saw immediately, unfortunately, is these are retail-wise are really, really pricey compared to a lot of the other decent bags on the market. Again, it's got, looks to me like double reinforced moly on the front. You know, I couldn't tell you if it's 1,000 denier, but this is very high quality nylon. It has a complete. I don't know if that's not moly. That's actually elastic. It looks like a moly webbing, but it's elastic. So he's able to fill this full of supplies. The nice thing, it's double-sided zippers, but they're actually different pockets, so they're not the same. So unlike the 511, which has a pass-through, this one doesn't, has separate pockets. Yeah, it's definitely high quality, highly reinforced sewing and zippers.
I just like one of the facts that if let's say I have a blood pressure machine, or if I have a glucose meter, I don't have to empty this bag to go here. I can just take this apparatus with me and throw it in my other bag. So that's one of the things that I like about it. And you can configure a lot of these modular kits here too. I think this is a really good idea. The ones with the bungee. So I just keep a couple of the syringes in there. But I'm pretty sure, what would you use this in the IT world? What do you think?
Could be cable management. You know, for me, I do a lot of small pouches. Cable management might be one. I'll be honest with you, masks. Everywhere I go now, I have to wear a freaking face mask. Yeah. So, you know, I could put a stack of disposable masks. I don't know. There's a lot of flexibility with hook and loop. You don't have to, in fact, you don't even have to use this. You can go to Amazon or any 511 store, and you can buy, you know, modular admin packs and add your own stuff. That's what I like about all this is, I mean, it's great that, you know, they build an all-in-one answer platform, but I like the flexibility. For example, nobody sells a bag to carry sticks and knives around, so I have to build that myself. Kind of like with what you did, and I think that's the big bonus of having the 511 platform is that it's a good solid base. You want to slide it back up there? Oh, yeah. It's a good solid base, but it's a good sized bag, but it's not a real heavy bag until you fill it out. But the quality's, it's proven. It's pretty much undeniable. You know, there's no point in going into all the specifications of these bags. They've been reviewed by everybody on the planet except for us. But the cool thing about it is that it's very roomy. It's very durable. I'll be honest with you. I buy these new. I buy them used. I fill up the bathtub and throw in a laundry detergent pod and then soak a used bag for 30 minutes and rinse it out and let it air dry, and it's as stiff and as good as new. I've got a lot of miles and a lot of years on some of these bags, not this one in particular. But for example, when you brought out that specialty bag, it made me think about the Moab 10. And the Moab 10 is a single sling bag. This particular one is, I think they call it Storm. I've had this for about, I don't know, 5 years. I've carried it off and on. It's funny because we were talking earlier, and with a sling bag or the 12, you know, the Rush 12 as a backpack, I find a need for both. I like the sling bag. I actually like the backpack. I like the feel of the backpack when you have it loaded down with the additional chest strap. But the versatility with the sling bag is undeniable. This is about the same size as the bag that you showed earlier. It's got a lot of same flexibility with the features, but again, comparatively speaking, this is a $99 bag, so hard to beat. I think they call this a hydration pouch. I put everything in here but water. And again, you got Velcro with netting. And here's that big pass-through pocket that I was talking about. And I believe that one also has a plastic plate for structure in the back. That has the same thing, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. This particular sling bag has some spots on it. I don't know what they call this suede, but it's supposed to not move on your back a little bit better, stays in place, which I think is important. What's cool about this particular bag is in a backpack configuration, but these are totally removable, and you can make a right or a left-handed sling. And I got to be honest with you, that adds a lot of value for me. I was highly disappointed when I got this sling bag from 511. Again, I have a bag problem, but found out after I picked it up. I'm a bag whore. It's a left-handed, it's a left side only, which is, I mean, I don't carry any of my slings that way, but I'm forced to carry it. I love this bag so much. I love the size of the bag. I love the versatility. I hate the fact that I've got this mammoth sling on here, this sling arm, and I can't adjust it at all. It can't go from any side to the other. I mean, I could probably lift a vehicle with this metal buckle, but... Yeah,
with the Huron, this one can actually be a right-sided sling bag or a left-sided, correct?
Yeah, yeah, that's complete. Or you can take it off.
Yeah.
You can completely move the straps and mount it to another platform. So you could, if you had a vehicle, you could secure it inside the vehicle and just make it where the back pouch would drop open. And I don't know, there's a lot of versatility with mounting on that particular style bag.
So what bag do you have over here?
So this is the Moab 6. This is my daily carry. This is kind of like the comparison to the small bag that you have there. And again, there's no point in going across all these specifications. CCW water pouch, I think it's 1050 denier nylon, water resistant.
Does that bag stand pretty good, like you were telling me?
You know, the nice thing about these bags is that this bag will fill out. These bags do expand quite a bit. Mm-hmm. They can be pretty thick. The only downside to this particular bag that I will say that one thing I do not like is that when you have it loaded out, it has a tendency to ride on your back at that angle.
Same thing with this one here too.
Yeah,
this,
so it wants to stick at the pads there, but I would rather it was a little bit more flush. I just don't know any way that you might correct that. I don't know any way to counterweight it or change anything with the strap. You know, the nice thing is this particular strap, right or left side, it doesn't matter. Completely removable. You can use the TYR system, mount it to the 12 or the 24, which I've done quite a bit. I find myself carrying this bag all the time. If I travel, I like the 24, and I'll mount this to the front. When I get there, I pull it off with the TYR system and carry it. And again, you can outfit it with all kinds of inexpensive MOLLE accessories. I do a lot of D-ring stuff, and of course I have the bungee cord stuff. You can get them really inexpensive off of Amazon.
You got me into that, doing the bungee. I always kind of, like for an example, in the medical, we use the Rapture, and this pretty much goes into the MOLLE or it goes into my scrub pants. Mm-hmm. And you actually help me utilize these MOLLEs a little bit more efficiently with those.
Yeah, it's, you know, a lot of people like it because of the tactical look. Truthfully, I could care less about that. I mean, that's the reation that I ended up buying not one but two of these. Yeah, Dart 25s.
And they still have the tags on?
Yeah. Well, this is my spare. Oh. Gotta have a spare bag. Well, the only reason I bought two is because it's a $99 bag on sale for $39. So if I'm going to go buy a backpack for $39, I'm going to look to get, you know, the best quality, best deal. Honestly, there's no reviews. I think there's one review. No, there's one showing of this in the SHOT Show. It must have not been very successful. And maybe 511's looking to blow them out. But right now you can get these for about $40 off their site direct with free shipping. Contrasting color. It's got a laptop accessory pouch. It's tearaway, so you can completely remove this. It's Velcro accessory, or Velcro hook and loop inside. It's got a little bit of a elastic admin area. It's got elastic, MOLLE in the front of the bag. It's a lighter weight bag. Mm-hmm. But it breathes really well and it rides really well on your back. And honestly, for what I need day to day, where if I'm carrying my iPad Pro and a bunch of paperwork, man, this fits the bill. And typical 511, it's got the fleece lined sunglasses at the top. I don't know what color. To me, it looks a lot like the Storm, but I think they call it something slightly different. It does have an opening in the back, where if I can get to it, it's got a, you can put a bladder. It's also got a lot of Velcro in here, so you could put a holster and accessorize it for CCW. And it has pass-through, not on one side, but on both sides. So CCW pass-through, and in my line of work, not much need to carry a firearm day to day yet. But for an inexpensive backpack that you can remove everything and make it kind of a stuff pouch for $39, man, this is a great deal. I have two, and I couldn't recommend this bag enough. I'll be honest with you.
Anything else you have over there, or that? Do you see why I brought him into the show today?
No, I mean, we talked about, we pretty much covered everything.
All that stuff too.
Well, this is so this last backpack is an overview. This is an LV18, and I cannot remember the chest bag fanny pack that, I can't remember the model of this LV, but this is their typical backpack. This is a very heavy duty laptop work bag. It has water bottle mounts on both sides. This lower bag is completely removable, and you can wear it as a fanny pack, chest bag, or cross sling bag. It's held together by a couple clips that it comes with, and then there's straps on the front of this bag. The only downside to this bag, a beautiful design. I love this bag. The only downside, here's the inside of it, and again, it's got a fleece lined stuff pouch. It's got an open port back here. You have a laptop pouch. A laptop stowaway in the back here with a stuff pouch. It's got their typical solid nylon with a zipper, and then a breathable bag. And your admin pouch is up front, and it's all laser cut MOLLE. Only thing I don't like is the MOLLE is too high. Should be probably 3 rungs lower. It's way too high. And inside here, you can't hardly see it.
Yeah.
There's a whole nother admin section where you can put pins and stuff. But because of the opening is so tight, I mean, it's a pretty deep pocket, but you can't get a lot in there. If it was cut lower, it would be more functional, my opinion. 2 stuff pouches in the front. Some people say these are for magazines. I put glasses in there. And a lot of times I'll put gloves. So the only thing is when you begin to load up this this admin pouch area, it forces the bag to fold in a funny manner. So if you put the bag down and it's not loaded to the hilt, the bag has a tendency to want to bend this way. So it gets really heavy in the front, and there's not enough base and structure. If you look at the way the bag sits without the front pouch, it still puts weight over the top, over the front, and it's top heavy. So when you have the bag sitting, it'll have a tendency to want to pull a little bit this way. The quality of this bag is off the hook. It is really, really not. It's made very, very well. This bag will outlast anything I'll ever do with it. I mean, I carry to and from work. It's really not. I'm not on any missions, and I'm not saving any hostages. So this bag is literally from my truck to my desk. So this will last me a lifetime.
Man, you are a walking salesman, man. Hey, TYR Tactical, I think you might need to endorse him. Anyways, the model on this one, I'm going to attach the link down below, but it's the Huron MDX9 medical assaulter's bag. So again, I'm just wanting to review this. Again, they're local here in Glendale, Arizona, and I want to give them a shout out, and I will be posting this a little bit more on my Instagram. But
do they have other colors?
Yeah, they do have other colors. Here, you can hold
Obviously,
this, and then you can talk to
coyote.
it. Yeah, your standard, your military camo, your coyote, your gray, and your black.
Nice.
So, but I'm getting ready to start building on this bag. I wanted to present this pretty much how it is and what you get for your money. But I'm going to start building. Any suggestions on what I could add with this? I know you can pretty much.
I'll be honest with you. If I think it's probably a bit small for what you carry day to day, inside the home, because I know you've got that bag outfitted and it's stuffed to the gills, that
Yeah.
Rush 24.
Well, I use this more for like a backup, like if I have a party of 6, 8.
Yeah, I could see this being literally for your overflow or your refill. And it's the cool thing about it is completely organized. This is this can be a medicine cabinet. I mean, if you're an EMT, a first responder on any level, I could see the functionality in this bag.
Yeah.
It's completely thought out for you. And of course, being MOLLE based, there's every accessory on any bag sitting here can easily be attached to this.
Yeah. I want to thanks again Scott Dillingham for coming over to Code of Combatives. He's got a vast amount of knowledge when it comes to the bags. You can see why I consulted with him to come on over and talk about bags.
I just have a lot of bags. I don't know the knowledge part.
I only got bags here underneath the eyes. Anyways, if you like our channel, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can see further videos that I'm going to post. Thank you.
Take care. Hey, by no means this is any type of detailed, extensive review of anything you see in front of you. This is just an extension of the conversations that we've been having in the background for several weeks, probably close to a month and a half. So if you need more detail on any of these bags, be specific in your comments, and Fergus and myself, we can address them.
Okay.